Seth, I mean, that speaks to me and what I do. I mean, in all frankness, I'm a broker. And if a meeting planner wants to Google Seth Godin, they can find you and get at you. But where I'm trying to distinguish myself is, I am your Sherpa, I am your squire, I am your guide. I'm at the base camp of ever saying go, no, go, even though you have all the technology and even ChatGPT and the
Right.
barometer and the altimeter and everything. I've been up 1,000 times. So if you want somebody who can share business mindset about AI for an agricultural group, Google it, go to all the bureau lists. But I'm going to tell you, just as I'm making this up off the top of my head, a friend of yours, Tim Sanders, who grew up in Clovis, New Mexico, riding his grandfather's tractor and was in the 4-H club and knows a thing or two about technology, could certainly talk to agricultural banks about where it all fits. And not just because he was living on a farm, he actually is connected to that world. So the question is, how do I start a ruckus? I mean, I'm not turning this into you consulting, but for business owners, if you're tuned into what that distinction is that you have, how do you get it out there in the noise?
Yeah. So one of the challenges, it's a great question, and I don't feel like I'm consulting. I don't do consulting. I'm happy to give you free advice.
Right.
It's a great
It
question
just crossed my mind. I didn't want to turn this into a
don't worry.
therapy session.
No, a lot of people are confronting the same thing as we eliminate scarcity of information and we eliminate scarcity of tasks because of AI. How do we make a living? Well, one method is what I call a knock-knock joke, which is I know a secret and you have to pay me or I won't tell you the secret. And that can work in certain small areas. And, if you go to the greatest knee surgeon in the world, getting a diagnosis from them is probably worth it. In general, it's a tough way to make a living going forward because, as you pointed out, people can Google and Google. Why should they pay you if all you have is a secret? The real opportunity is in connection, is in organizing circles of people. So if I was running a firm that was booking speakers, I would have a list of 50 clients and I would have them meet every 2 weeks. And I would coordinate and amplify and connect that group because all of us are smarter than any of us. And that insight that you would get from 49 other conference planners plus Seth would be priceless. And if you end up double crossing me and not hiring me to book your speakers, then you can't be in the group anymore because I'm contributing and you get to, pay it forward. But these guilds, these circles of people, we're seeing them built inside informal institutions, and they're incredibly powerful. But again, it takes guts to do it. I remember how many years ago? 30 years ago, AOL had an event. AOL was the internet before the internet. AOL had an event in which they had their 50 biggest suppliers, I was one of them, come and hear from all their executives about what the future of AOL was going to be like. And one guy, Tom, booked a suite and invited 8 of us together. And the 8 of us sat around his hot tub and we all brought our contracts and we all compared who had the best deals from AOL for this, and this, so we could all go back and renegotiate. So that added so much value to this circle of people that Tom and I have been in touch ever since. The ability to build these informal networks, the Keynote's just an excuse to do that. That's the way we need to think about conferences going forward. People like us do things like this. Who's in the room? If I grow with someone, then I stay with someone. So we need to create the conditions for people to grow.
I mean, I'm thinking of the image of getting everybody together, even on a Zoom, and it feels like if we can go back to camp, like a campfire on Zoom or something like that, campfire in cyberspace, so to speak,
Yeah, or it could be something as simple as a newsletter where you each month, all 50 people give you their best idea of the moment and you summarize all 50 ideas and send it back to the 50 of them. Who doesn't want to get that newsletter? Who doesn't want to be featured in that newsletter? Right?
Yeah.
If you're the center of a circle and you build resilience and strength for that circle, they're not going to walk away.